years ago, tears of joy flowed down the cheek of Michelle Kwan after capturing the World Championship, her crowning achievement. Last season, those were replaced by the wide smile of Tara Lipinski, the youngest world champion in history. Now in this important Olympic season, the two made their debuts in the short program here in Detroit. Michelle captivated the audience with an emotional and inspiring performance. Tara, in front of a home crowd, displayed the energy and enthusiasm for which she has come to be known. But a few slight mistakes have landed her just behind Michelle by the slightest of margins, heading into the ladies' free skate. And welcome once again, everyone, to Detroit, Michigan, Joe Louis Arena as Thrifty Car Rental Skate America International continues here on ABC Sports. Our first look at a rivalry that will intensify throughout the season. And hi again, everybody. I'm Terry Gannon. It is time now for the main event of the day. The ladies' free skate is about to begin, featuring the two favorites for the Olympic gold medal, Michelle Kwan and Tara Lipinski. And Peggy, Michelle was just brilliant during her short program. She is the current leader.
Yes, she was. Watching the ladies warm up for the short program, I was really nervous for Michelle. It wasn't a great warm up, and I know that can drain your confidence. But I also saw her mind working through those flashes of insecurity. I think Michelle is learning how to harness unexpected nerves. And as we all saw, she skated a brilliant, emotional short program. Now she has to focus once again. In the past, her programs have revolved around serious, dramatic stories. This year, her free skate is more personal. She wants everyone to understand her message, that she appreciates where her sport has taken her, and that she skates from the heart.
No time to let up right now, though. Right behind her is the world champion, Tara Lipinski. And Dick, looking ahead, Tara's free skate, at least on paper, is technically more difficult than Michelle's.
Well, you know, there's a dozen different ways to judge technical merit. I think what we have to remember is that it's been less than a year since this little tyke, Tara Lipinski, has grown into a long-legged nymph and wound her way into our affections. She's got everything. And now it's a matter of just gelling all these ingredients, letting them simmer so the flavors can come out, so to speak. Remember, she's 99% of the way there. But as everyone in the skating world knows, the last 1% of this trip is the hardest.
And here are the standings heading into the free skate. Michelle just ahead of Tara. Yulia Lavanchuk of Ukraine in third, but it is very possible that for the second year in a row, the U.S. could land all three of the top spots.
Representing the United States, please welcome Angela Nikodina.
And the ladies' free skate begins with one of the young skaters from the U.S. who has shown a lot of promise over the past year. In fourth place after the short program, here is Angela Nikodinov.
And her music, Cinderella by Prokofiev.
She trains in the same rink as Michelle Kwan and Nicole Bobek at Ice Castle in Lake Arrowhead, California.
She has a wonderful turning ability. She's really a first-rate athlete. Watch the revolution on this double Lutz, triple Lutz rather, double toe loop.
She looked very relaxed doing that.
Unfortunately, she stepped down a little bit and double-footed the ending, but that really was just the balance, not the turning capability.
Triple flip, double toe. She elected not to do the double toe, but a nice triple flip.
It was very calm, very gentle, very soft in the knee and the landing. That one not as successfully landed. This layback position, one of the better ones that we've seen, even though the toe of the free leg is slightly down.
This free skate worth 2/3 of the overall score. It lasts 4 minutes. And if you're in the top 3 heading into this and you win the free skate, you are the overall winner. Remember, Michelle Kwan skates next.
She's been having a little trouble tonight with some of these landings.
But in practice, she's a good jumper. Very solid, nice spring to them.
There's the 12 o'clock chimes. The flight from the Palace Ball.
Nice triple Lutz. She seemed very pleased to land that. Holding some of these moves out a little longer than she did last year.
You can really see Cinderella in the performance.
Yes.
And she looks the role of a princess along with it, doesn't she?
It was a happy ending to Cinderella as well. Maybe there'll be one for Angela Nikodinov. In 4th place after the short program, looking to move up.
I think she's a very talented skater.
We're back with her scores and then the debut of the Olympic free skate of Michelle Kwan when we return to Detroit. On the Eagles. Back here in Detroit, Angela Nikodinov awaits her scores after her free skate, and there they are for technical merit.
She really is a very strong jumper. Her triple jumps are first rate. I think she needs more excitement in her performance. And look at this triple Lutz. Very solid. Slight back inside edge, but a very solid jump, even though there's a slight imbalance right there.
In 4th place after the short program, she's trying to capture a medal here, finishing one of the top 3 spots at Skate America. Now her marks for presentation, a little bit better, 5.2 up to 5.6.
Well, I think if she's going to win a place here, this is the area that she has to work on.
Well, last season was not much fun for Michelle Kwan. She is determined to try to change that this year. With more, here's Jimmy Roberts.
Well, Terry, at a time when many her age can privately suffer the sometimes painful lessons of growing up, Michelle Kwan has chosen a path which puts her every misstep on a very public stage. Now, last year was certainly no fun while it was happening, but that was an important message, one that she feels lucky enough to have heard. Michelle Kwan is taking a deep breath today at a New York City spa.
Hello, welcome to Bliss.
Finding the time to calm both body and mind has become a top priority for this young woman who spent last year battling her greatest enemy, herself.
So many things was bothering me last year, and I was like a little boat, and I was rocking back and forth, and I didn't know where my center was. I just let myself think negative thoughts and really made myself sink to the bottom and never let myself rise.
Many had called her unbeatable, but struggling under the weight of her own expectations, Michelle saw both her national and world titles slip away. Looking back, she firmly believes it wasn't her body that kept her from winning, it was her mind.
It was just the feeling I had that, you know, I couldn't do it. I couldn't go past the line, you know. I couldn't win. I couldn't do it.
But she reached a turning point, and it happened at the World Championships not long after a wave of bad news hit the skating community. That week, one of skating's beloved coaches, Carlo Fossi, died unexpectedly. And at the same time, the legendary skater Scott Hamilton revealed that he was fighting cancer.
I remember after the short program, I was really mad. I messed up the combination jump, and then I thought about Scott Hamilton, and then I thought about Carla Fosse, and I thought, you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, I've worked really hard, and this is not life or death. And I was just thinking, you know, what am I doing here crying? It's not worth my anger or my sadness. I mean, you have to be happy and really try your best, and that's all that matters.
It was a perspective that made things crystal clear. With renewed confidence, she took the ice and skated away with the silver medal.
Standing on the podium, I remember American flag raising, and even though I had the silver medal around my neck, I was really proud because of what I went through and what I've learned throughout the whole year.
Now, less than a year later, Michelle is all about peace, serenity, and above all, having fun. And she has found that the secret to this newfound ease is learning to appreciate her good fortune.
I never really appreciated what it meant to skate well in a competition. I didn't stop and say, take a deep breath, you know. And now I do. Every time I do something good or I skate well, I really cherish the moment.
Please welcome now our next competitor, representing the United States, Michelle Kwan.
She has won the last 2 Skate Americas, but she is trying to stop the losing streak to Tara Lipinski.
Look at the deep breath she's taking.
Here's the leader, Michelle Kwan.
She's skating to Lyra Angelica, which means angel song.
Most difficult move at the beginning, her triple Lutz combination. Very light landing. See, that really was suspended in the air before it landed. This entire program, an elegant tone poem. Gentle positions, nothing hard-edged about it.
Coming up is a triple combination, which she has planned: triple toe, triple toe, triple toe, double toe. Nice triple flip, good spring.
The most dangerous of all jumps, the forward edge jump, the double axel.
This may not be the Nationals, the World Championships, or the Olympics, but being around both Michelle and Tara the last few days, you can certainly sense an enormous amount of pressure starting the season.
Well, they're both debuting their long programs that we will be seeing at the Olympic Games and the World Championships and the Nationals. Nice triple loop.
I particularly like this position, the forward inside edge position. It forces the skater to keep the free leg in line with the body when it's on an inside edge.
And this is a wonderful sequence of spins. The layback spin going in the direction on the left, and now spinning in the other direction in a camel spin.
If you noticed, she dropped off the edge of that, which kind of marred the turn, but that was really a very minor infraction.
She really feels this music. Nice triple triple Salchow. Very nice, precise positions in this combination spin.
Now on this triple Lutz, watch the short entrance that she elects to go into. It almost appears like a triple flip, but it's a triple Lutz.
And nicely done. Wonderful open extension. Final triple toe loop. She is really breathtaking. Audience is standing up. Well deserved.
Is her father, Danny Kwan? Can't you just see the weight lifting off her shoulders?
What a nerve-wracking moment for this young lady, not to mention her parents.
She says this program is all about the joy of skating, and you could see the smile grow wider as the performance went on. She couldn't do much more than that here in her first free skate of the new season. Lever marks after this message and a word from our ABC stations. We're back in Detroit as Michelle Kwan, following her free skate, awaits her sets of marks along with her coach, Frank Carroll.
And look at the height that she gets on this triple Lutz. That's really first rate. Steady, clean, very elegant, and very quiet. And I think that's the hallmark of all of her jumps, like this triple loop shows. Very steady, very secure. Nothing flamboyant or out of place about it.
The first test of the year. She passed, of course, during the short program with flying colors. Now, technical merit marks, consistency, 5H all across the board.
And that shows that the judges are in total agreement. It would have been, I think, a tenth of a point higher had she done more difficult triple jumps.
5.9.
And this is an exquisite move. It shows the joy and the beautiful stretch and flow that Michelle brings to her skating.
And there's Frank Carroll showing his usual great excitement and enormous pleasure, but you know inside he's just as proud as he can be.
Look at the presentation marks now, Dick. All 5 9s across.
Well, that shows that the judges are all thinking alike, that it was a fine performance, even though, in my opinion, it didn't have quite the impact that the short program did, for example.
Our next competitor represents Ukraine. Let's have a warm welcome now for Uliana Vrenchuek.
So now with Michelle Kwan clearly in the lead, but Tara Lipinski just one skater away. Here is Yulia Lavrenchuk in third place after the short program. Ukrainian national champion in 1995 and the bronze medalist from last season's European Championships. We saw at Worlds as well with a top 10 finish.
The music, Malagueña.
Is the incredible power. Look at the speed she is gaining with these crossovers. For her entrance of her first triple Lutz, watch the spring. Great height. She looked like she may have two-footed that landing.
speed going into this triple loop.
Big.
When she enters these toe jumps, she seems to do so with a toe that is almost bent over and a blade that is almost bent over. It's almost disconcerting. Watch in this combination, triple toe, double toe. A triple toe anyway, and there's the double toe. It's almost like it doesn't give her the security that she needs to complete those triple jumps.
This is a number she knows very well. It's the same routine she did last season.
You have to imagine she skates without much pressure, with all the attention focused on Tara and Michelle.
I think she wishes somebody would tell her that. She pumps her back quite frequently on these crossovers. See how she slipped off that back inside edge, which prevented it from becoming a triple.
This is a wonderful layback spin, good speed, unusual arm position. She struggled through that triple toe, double toe combination.
Sort of an unfinished ending. It kind of drizzles off a little bit. She has some wonderful jumping ability, but it doesn't seem that she gets a sharp push-off edge or a sharp toe pick that is straight, which would really help her tremendously in getting greater height.
Julia Lavrenchuk in third place after the short program, hoping to medal here. We'll have her marks, and then the world champion's got some work to do. Tara Lipinski skates when we return. Today, ice dancing in ladies. Next week, it's Todd Eldridge and the men helping to complete our coverage of Thrifty Car Rental Skate America International, along with the pairs competition. Next Sunday at 4 Eastern, 3 Central and Pacific time, right here on ABC Sports. There's Julia Lavrenchuk awaiting her scores, hoping to medal here, staying in the top 3 spots. There are her marks for technical merit.
What can I tell you about it? That's about where they belong.
5.2 up to 5.5 the range, and now for presentation, 5.1 up to 5.6.
Well, she has huge jumps, but her weakness is really her presentation. She has no sense of posture and finishing touches in her program.
Representing the United States, Tara Lipinski.
And here is the world champion. She's got some work to do after the performance by Michelle Kwan, but she is in front of a crowd here in Detroit. She lives and trains here in second place, trying to win this title.
Well, of the top ladies here, Tara has the most technically difficult program planned, and her growth spurt of 2 inches doesn't seem to have affected her one bit. triple flip. Watch the preparation, the 3 turns, the tap in. Very solid.
Wonderfully, exquisitely tight revolution. That was brilliant. Now in this triple Lutz that she has coming up, note the high free leg kick that she uses going into this jump. I always wonder how they can quite keep their emotion and their strength going with that. But watch it. Here it is right here. Right there. And you see, that I'm sure is part of the problem. You can't raise the foot and then slam it into the ground and expect to complete the jump with security.
This is where I see the dramatic improvement in the feeling and expressing of the music. That's what she's been working on this past year. Sandra Bezic, her choreographer. Her triple loop combination, the most difficult combination. She makes that look easy.
That's wonderful. I mean, that's just brilliant.
These spins are a little weak. There's not a lot of stretch in the position. Not a whole lot of speed.
Well, one thing is clear, Tara Lipinski is a great competitor. Watch now as she does this second triple Lutz after falling on the first. Watch the kick to see if it's high. Not as high as it was in the first. The jump much steadier and much more secure.
Triple toe. There's a little hop into a triple Salchow. Solid as a rock.
Just a fraction off. And you know why that was? That was because she added an extra step before the last triple Salchow, and it put her a measure or two behind. And that's why she stopped right after the end of the music.
She is just amazing.
Tara Lipinski.
The one blemish early on, but there'll be no knockout punch delivered here in Joe Louis Arena tonight. Outside of that, the crowd got everything they hoped to see.
Well, she knows it wasn't her best performance. I think you can see that right here in this rather dejected exit.
On ABC. Well, she does not like to lose. She doesn't like to make mistakes. You could tell by the look on her face when she left the ice that Tara Lipinski may have done both of those tonight.
And here is a look at that mistake on her triple Lutz. Watch the free leg bounce in, and she just didn't get the rhythm and the spring to get up in the air to complete the triple jump. And here is the spectacular triple loop combination. She is the only female that even attempts this combination. Very, very difficult.
5.7.
Remember, her free skate, at least on paper, was more difficult than Michelle Kwan. She did have that mistake. You see how much that cost her here.
Well, the 5.7s among those that number of judges means that she's almost lost 0.5 of a point right there on that one move. Now, in this combination, look at how good her technical merit is. But the combination isn't as good. She had extra turns here and extra pushes. And this, even though this Salchow was wonderful, caused her to end slightly after the end of her music.
And you can see the look on her face, the disappointment. She knows that she will not catch Michelle Kwan here in Detroit.
I think the disappointment on her face is less than catching Michelle Kwan than having made a mistake. She is not a young lady that likes to make mistakes. Take my word for it.
And here is the final skater of this ladies free skate in 6th place after the short program. The junior world champion in 1996, Yelena Sokolova of Russia.
She has a very ambitious program planned. She has 9 triple jumps planned in this program.
And it's stepping out by John Kander.
Triple loop, double toe combination. Triple Lutz.
Wonderful revolution, isn't it?
Very calmly done.
Very tight and clean.
Face.
At this point, Elena in 6th place and certainly can medal here in this event. But as we speak, there are 3 Americans atop the leaderboard: Michelle Kwan, Tara Lipinski, and Angela Nikodinov. Top 3 spots a year ago in this event were captured by Americans.
She's doing some very nice triple jumps.
She has moments of real personality and interpreting this music rather nicely. Charming performer, isn't she? Very cute smile. I think she's excited about how well she skated.
6th place after the short program. Certainly a chance to medal here. 17-year-old Yelena Sokolova of Russia. Back in Detroit, 17-year-old Yelena Sokolova of Russia thrilled with the way her free skate went. And here are her marks for technical merit.
And they certainly are very nice marks, but she's a very nice skater as well.
In 6th place after the short program, trying to move up. She should with her performance.
And here's a look at her first triple she did in her program, the triple loop. Nice height, straight in the air into a double toe. Nicely done.
Well, that's some of the best spring in any of the jumps that I've seen in this competition.
Now the marks for presentation, all important ones.
Look at the American judges' marks, a 5.0. That's the lowest on the board. Maybe the competition with Nikodinov is rearing its head here. But the rest of these marks, high enough to move Elena Sokolova into 3rd place.
So Americans held the top 3 spots at this event a year ago, but not so this time. Elena Sokolova gets into that bronze medal position. But in the battle between the 2 Olympic hopefuls, Michelle Kwan wins round 1. She's standing by with Jimmy Roberts right now. Jimmy?
All right, Terry, thanks very much. And Terry Gannon made a good point during the commentary. He said this isn't the Worlds, this isn't the Nationals, but all week long there has been somewhat of a sense of tension. Did you feel it at all?
I guess tension to skate well. It's the first time I debuted my long program, and all I wanted to do was skate my best and show everybody what I've been working at home for the past couple months, and you know, I showed to myself that I can still do it.
If you had skated well, if you had had fun, but you hadn't won, would that have been good enough?
It would have been good enough if I had fun. I mean, the music itself, it brings my heart out and really expresses how I feel. And the theme about it is just to a message of hope and freedom to everybody who watches. And I hope they felt it tonight.
All right, Michelle Kwan had fun, and there's a bonus. For the 3rd consecutive year, she's the champion here at Skate America. Terry?
Hope, freedom, and enjoying the moment. That's what this event was all about, and perhaps a sigh of relief that this is a brand new season. It starts it off in a winning way. For Tara Lipinski, the boundless energy was there, but she was just short of perfect, and it may take perfect to win this year. She joins Jimmy Roberts.
All right, Terry Gannon, thanks very much. And Tara, did you backstage see Michelle skate? Did you know what you needed to do?
Well, I knew I needed to skate well, and when I went out there, I felt very confident again. And I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, I had one mistake on the Lutz, and I came back strong, which I think is really important for me to come back and do the loop-loop and everything else so perfect for me. And, you know, I'm kind of happy that I'm in this position right now. This is how I was last year, you know, and I worked hard, and I came up for the end of the year. And so I'm really pleased.
All right, Tara Lipinski, your silver medalist here at Skate America 97. Terry?
Well, Jimmy, the next time we'll see this rivalry on the ice at the U.S. Nationals on ABC Sports in January, an Olympic qualifying event. And remember, next Sunday, we're not done from Detroit. The 4-time U.S. champion Todd Eldridge begins a season in which he goes after the only medal worldwide he has not captured, an Olympic gold medal. He placed the World Championship medal around the neck of his mother 2 years ago in Edmonton. And this Olympic season started in dramatic fashion, as you may know. Todd Eldridge lay on the ice during warm-ups with a dislocated shoulder. Many in the arena thought that his Olympic hopes had gone out the window, and he may have as well. After moments backstage, though, he made his way back onto the ice. A courageous free skate that we will see right here on ABC Sports when our coverage of Thrifty Carmel Skate America continues at 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 Central, and Pacific time. For Peggy Fleming and Dick Button, I'm Terry Gannon. We'll see you again next Sunday here in Detroit for more skating. Coming up next, for all of you except those on the West Coast, it's the Lincoln Mercury Kapalua International.